The New York City mayoral election is not far away. Democratic socialist and frontrunner Zohran Mamdani, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, and Republican Curtis Sliwa will face off tonight in a televised debate. NTD's Shar Marshall speaks with some New Yorkers in Manhattan about what they think the city needs.
New York City mayor debate is tonight, so we came to Washington Square Park to ask the general public what they think needs to be done in New York City and what the mayor candidates should be debating about.
I'm very curious as to what is going to happen with the state of MTA funding as it has to do with, especially what was the thing where you have to pay to come down from Jersey? Everyone hated it. Yes, that was supposed to be for the MTA because they don't get enough funding from the state.
I talk to a lot of people about this stuff, and I feel like people, especially younger people, are really interested in Zohran's promises to make the city more affordable. I would like to see that fleshed out a little more. It seems like something that would be great, and then I hear on the other side people saying, well, it's not realistic, the things he wants to do. So I hope that gets discussed in more detail.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely help with rent stabilization, because that's always a big issue in the city, and then better transportation, because there's always construction and delays with the trains and buses. So I think that would be really helpful, and I feel like that's what the mayors are. Well, some of them are really advocating for, which is huge, and I've lived in the city for almost 10 years now, so it'd be great to see that.
I think that too many of the other mayors have had their own interests in mind, and they're serving people we don't know about, and we don't really care about, these backdoor billionaire guys.
With only 3 weeks until the New York City November 4th mayoral election day, all three candidates are contending with each other in an October 16th Thursday night debate. Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa, independent candidate Andrew Cuomo, and Democratic nominee Zohran Mamdani. Is there a main topic that you'd like to see them debate tonight?
I think, like I mentioned, rent stabilization, transportation, definitely making sure that the crime's down, want to be able to live in the city and not have to worry about things. So yeah, those are the main ones.
I'd like to see them debate about how they're going to bring rent stabilization and rent control in, because the rent prices in New York City, if you look at the last 5 years, they've grown to an unreal amount. I mean, an unreal proportion. It doesn't even make sense.
I just want some substantial debate where I can see who's better, bruh.